Hello students, today we are going to learn about a PC memory, that is a computer memory. Computer memory is any physical device capable of storing information temporarily like RAM, that is random access memory, or permanently like ROM, that is read-only memory. Memory devices utilize integrated circuits and are used by operating systems, software and hardware. Memory can be either volatile and non-volatile memory. Volatile memory is a memory that loses its contents when the computer or hardware device loses power. Computer RAM is an example of volatile memory. That is why if your computer freezes or reboots when working on a program, you lose anything that hasn't been saved. Non-volatile memory, sometimes abbreviated as NVRAM, is memory that keeps its contents even if the power is lost. EPROM is an example of non-volatile memory. As mentioned above, because RAM is volatile memory, when the computer loses power, anything stored in RAM is lost. For example, while working on a document, it is stored in RAM. If it was saved to non-volatile memory, example the hard drive, it would be lost if the computer lost the power. How is memory used? When a program such as your internet browser is open, it is loaded from your hard drive and placed into RAM. This process allows the program to communicate with the processor at higher speeds. Anything you save to your computer, such as a picture or video, is sent to your hard drive for storage. Why is memory important or needed for a computer? Each device in a computer operates at different speeds, and computer memory gives your computer a place to quickly access data. If the CPU had to wait for a secondary storage device like a hard disk drive, a computer would be much slower. Now, classification of memory. Memory is classified into three, that is internal process memory, main memory and secondary memory. Memory, just like humans, computers rely a lot on memory. They need to process and store data just like we do. However, computers store data in digital format, which means the information can always be called up exactly the way it was stored. Also, unlike our memory, the computer's memory doesn't get worse over time. While memory can refer to any medium of data storage, it usually refers to RAM or random access memory. When your computer boots up, it loads the operating system into its memory or RAM. This allows your computer to access system functions such as handling mouse clicks and keystrokes. Since the event handlers are all loaded into RAM, whenever you open a program, the interface and function used by that program are also loaded into RAM. Now, what do you mean by an internal processor memory? A small, high-speed memory inside the processor, temporary storage of instruction and data, Example, we can say register. Now this main memory is of two types, RAM and ROM. So what do you mean by ROM? Read-only memory. ROM is a storage medium that is used with computers and other electronic devices. As the name indicates, data stored in ROM may only be read. It is either modified with extreme difficulty or not at all. ROM is mostly used for firmware updates. A simple example of ROM is the cartridge used with video game consoles, which allows one system to run multiple games. Now, what do you mean by a RAM? Alternatively referred to as main memory, primary memory or system memory, random access memory, is a hardware device that allows information to be stored and retrieved on a computer. RAM is usually associated with DRAM, which is a type of memory module, because data is accessed randomly instead of sequentially like it is on a CD or hard drive. Access times are much faster. However, unlike ROM, RAM is a volatile memory and requires power to keep the data accessible. If the computer is turned off, all data contained in RAM is lost. So, what do you mean by a secondary memory? Much larger in capacity but slower than the main memory. Permanent storage of data and instruction. An example of secondary memory are as follows: hard disk, CD, floppy, etc. There are three categories of computer memories. Main memory, that is primary memory. It stores small amounts of data and information that will be immediately used by CPU, that is central processing unit. Secondary memory, that is auxiliary or backup. It stores much larger amounts of data and information, an entire software program, for example, for extended periods of time. Now, internal processor memory. It stores temporary storage of instruction and data used as working registers.